The first thing you have to realize if you want to take control of your life, you cannot please everyone. You shouldn't anyway. Why wear yourself out for people who will never be satisfied with anything you do? Living with other people's expectations all the time means giving up on yourself. When you behave to please others, it takes you away from yourself. And at the end of the day, no one really cares how you feel. That's why I want to tell you in a very clear way. Fuck people. You exist. Your thoughts, your feelings, your life. Don't let other people's opinions rule you. Let's see if you care about people's opinions. Why do we care about people's opinions? Why do we think, what will they think of me before we do something? The answer can be found by going back to the childhood of most people. When we were little, we were always conditioned to be appreciated. We forgot our own voice as we tried to get approval from teachers, our family, our environment. Society has always tried to keep us in a mold. They taught us to stick to the herd. Instead of creating our own ideas, they taught us to choose the best ones from the ideas we had. Society has always told us to conform, don't stand out, don't make mistakes. But they forget that they can never stop someone who wants to take control of their life again. We will make mistakes dozens of times, but we will never stop moving forward, even in tiny steps. Don't always put other people's opinions at the center. Spend as much time alone with yourself as you can and listen to yourself. You can't control what people think. No matter what you do, you're going to sink into something. So why don't you choose to be yourself? Because in the end, the only thing that makes you who you are is your own decisions. At least you'll be happy. How do we get rid of the feeling of approval? This feeling touches a deeper place than we realize, because approval means acceptance, and acceptance feels like survival. In ancient times, our ancestors traveled in herds. Imagine being thrown out of the herd for expressing your opinion in the wild. What does that mean? It means death. But take a deep breath. We're not fighting the wilderness anymore. Our battle is a psychological one. It's our battle to win our own freedom. But we're not children anymore. We don't need other people's well done to survive. The first step to overcome this feeling is, whose approval are you waiting for and why? When you ask this question, you realize that most of the time it's just a fear that keeps you from being yourself. Fear of rejection. But isn't it more painful to live with rejection than with acceptance from others? True self-confidence is being able to stand up for what you think is right, even when everyone misunderstands you. And that's a much more powerful thing than approval. So, should we never listen to anyone's opinion? This idea is not realistic. Even though we no longer need a herd to survive, we are social beings. We do need it. But we can filter people's criticism, both good and bad, through our own filter and see which one will benefit us. Always listen to other people's opinions, but make your own decisions. Filter it. Choose the right one. In this way, you will be free and you will grow. Remember, freedom is being able to make an informed choice. And someone who is not free is a slave to other bad ideas. How did other people's petty ideas become so common? Right now, everywhere, every moment, everyone's opinion is in front of us. Social media, messages, comments. But why are we drowning in so many trivial ideas? Because this is the age of easy accessibility and rapid sharing. Everyone is expressing themselves, but not all of these expressions are valuable. You have to develop your own mindset to protect yourself from these expressions. Then there are those who want attention. I'm sure some people can't sleep thinking about how to get attention. They love to exaggerate everything. A quiet life is not for them. In fact, they think they always know best. In the end, with so much noise, it's hard to understand what's important. Your job is to cut through the clutter and listen to the voices that really matter. Because time is short, and you have to live your life not by listening to everyone's opinion, but by forging your own path. 3 celebrities who advised not to care about people. Steve Jobs. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. And that's the main thing. If you don't achieve that, you won't have a life of your own at the end of your life. Keanu Reeves. I don't care what people think about me. I live my life and do my own thing. David Goggins. You will never meet a hater doing better than you. In conclusion, remember this. This life is yours. What others think and say is temporary, but your choices make you who you are. Everyone talks. Everyone gives opinions. But at the end of the day, you put your head on that pillow. So live for yourself. Think for yourself. And most importantly, be yourself. If you subscribe and like the video, you will be a really big support. I make these videos by studying at university and doing extra research. The editing process takes a long time. Thanks in advance for your support. See you soon. Bye.